This video is sponsored by Pangobooks. More on them later.
This was a nightmare. This was actually a nightmare, and I wish I hired a professional.
That's cute.
This is cute. This is a message to my landlord. I will not be painting this room back to gray, so I hope you enjoy this white room. Hey besties, it's Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be going over my home library and office makeover. This has been a long time coming. I did start on this room the moment that I moved into this house, and that was the end of February, and now it is basically September. So I love that for us. It just was a slow process, but you know, good things take time. I'm also an extremely messy person, so half that time this room was just a disaster and I could not film before and after clips for you. But I've been slowly piecing this room together. I've been trying to get it ready for this video. I am finally posting decor content that has always been a goal of mine on this channel. I will say that I discovered that I'm not as good at this content as I thought. Who knew that watching 1,000 hours of Alexander Gator, Lone Fox, and the Sorry Girls would not make you an expert on how to make a home decor video. So please bear with me because the clips I have for you about this process are quite messy and random. They don't have a lot of rhyme or reason, and they don't really go together seamlessly. So let's hope that the editing magic of editing Sarah will just really take us to new heights. So I guess to get this video on the road, I'll go ahead and show you guys the before shots. As you can see, this room started off a really dark gray color. It made the room look even smaller than it is, and it doesn't give a ton of light, so I really wanted to paint it white. I also really wanted a room that could function for work, filming, bookshelves, and crafting. I know that's a very big ask, but I have a lot of hobbies and a lot of necessities because I work from home, and then I also didn't have a place to film at my last place, which I feel like led to my inconsistency on YouTube. I mean, I was already kind of tapering off before I moved into my last place, but because I didn't have a dedicated filming area, that really sucked. So I really wanted this room to be able to do a lot of different things all at once. If I owned this house, I think that I would probably lean into the dark nature of this room and maybe paint the walls like a really dark color and maybe go for like a dark academia, like fairy core vibe. I've been really into that lately. But because this room is so small and dark, I decided to go ahead and paint it white, which you can see on camera. But I guess that leads us into the next portion. I have some random clips of me painting, so I'll just go ahead and show you that. Okay, so it is Saturday around 9:15 p.m. and I have decided that I want to prime my office so that I can paint it tomorrow. Like originally I was gonna do everything tomorrow, but then I just realized that that would make this job like a 12-hour process. And so I was like, what if I primed it tonight so that I can paint 2 coats tomorrow? So we're gonna do that now. I don't know if this is a bad idea. I honestly have never painted a room myself. Like I've painted like random walls as you saw in my moving vlog, but I've never painted an entire room, especially not by myself. So we'll see how this goes. I also cannot find my painter's tape because I just moved and everything's everywhere. So I might just be being really careful with my edging brush. We'll see what happens. I started this, like I said, last night, like a little past 9. Like I think I really got going at like 9:30. I did not finish until 1:45 a.m. This was a nightmare. This was actually a nightmare, and I wish I hired a professional. Anyway, let's just get going. I'm gonna go to Home Depot because I watched a bunch of tutorials on YouTube of like professional painters, and they had the long stick rollers, and they just like saved so much time doing it that way. So we're gonna do that. Painted, like literally the day that I painted, I decided to go ahead and build my bookshelves. I also have footage of that I'll throw in right here. Like I said, this video is really disorganized and I don't really know what I'm doing. I decided to get the same bookshelves. Oh wow, I'm not very flexible. I decided to get the same bookshelves that Riley has. If you are subscribed to Riley Marie, you will have seen these like wood and metal shelves that she has. Oh my god, why did pushing that make me out of breath? Let's build them. Why do I keep doing that? I'm very obsessed with doing that with my legs. I don't know. Anyway, let's get to it. Here's the thing. We have 2 of these, so we have to do this twice. So that's the thing. side note, if you ever put together furniture and you own a drill, get Allen wrench bits. They are the best thing in the whole world because now I don't have to put this thing together by hand. No. Oh, fuck. I bent it. I built the frame. I did it. I do have like a loose fit right here in the X, and I don't know how to fix that, but we're gonna leave it. I think I was supposed to do this with the shelf laying down, but we make our own rules in this house.
5 minutes later.
Okay, so I will actually be doing it the way that they said to do it. So we are no longer rebels in this household. Miss Girl, I'm in the middle of something. I love you so much, but I'm in the middle of something. Oh my god, I'm so fucking hot. It could be because I decided to wear these pants when I literally could have worn shorts, but it's fine.
1 eternity later.
I got all the shelves on, and I'm literally sweating so much. Like, I feel disgusting. I now want to weep because I have to do this again. Okay, so after I built these bookshelves, I was vibing. I was loving it. I was like, yes. So I decided to mock up what I wanted the rug to be, as well as what it would look like with my sofa in front of the shelves so that I could film. The one little snag when we were putting this sofa in the office is that for some reason, the front hallway coming into this house is so fucking small that no matter which way I tried to put the sofa in, the geometry was not mathing. No matter what we did, no matter how hard we try, I like measured the hallway a million times because there's like chair rail molding and like hooks on the wall and just a general like narrow vibe. I could not get this through. So we actually had to get it through the window, which actually was a lot easier than you'd think. After we laboriously got this sofa into the room, which by the way, I'm so grateful that it fit because I was going to scream and cry and throw up if it didn't fit because I literally don't want to get rid of the sofa ever because it's just amazing. My friend Megan came over to help me organize my bookshelves. I actually have footage of that you'll see in a second. This is my first set of bookshelves in a very long time. I think the last time I owned a huge bookcase was when I was in high school. It's kind of actually hard to figure out how you want to organize things if you're not just going like alphabetical or like by title or genre or whatever. I decided to kind of do a mixture of things, which was like kind of by genre, but also kind of by favorites and kind of by what looked good together, but also kind of by what I wanted you to be able to see in videos. Luckily, with the way I frame this, you can kind of almost see like 2.5 shelves, kind of. Bless you. Would it be crazy if I just did the pretty diviners on this middle shelf and did the rest of the series up here?
If they're shorter, they probably shouldn't go on this one because you won't be able to see them. Right. Where do you want to start it? Like here?
So now that I've shown you my bookshelves, it's actually a perfect time to talk about today's sponsor, pangobooks. I'm actually really excited to be working with pangobooks today because I already was a huge fan of the app before they even reached out to me. I bought quite a few of the books on these shelves from pangobooks. Essentially what pangobooks is it's a marketplace app that allows you to buy and sell used books. I was using a different app for a long time to sell books and I never really liked using it because it wasn't really made for selling books. But what's so great about pangobooks is that you are able to just like scan the barcode of the book that you're selling and it immediately inputs all of the data that you need and kind of helps you create a listing, and then you can go in and add extra hashtags, maybe add in more photos, maybe put in the condition of the book, but it's really convenient to use. I actually went ahead and took all of the used books that I have and listed it on there and took them all off of the other app that I'd been using. What I've always really liked about selling books on an app is that you end up making a lot more money doing it this way than you would if you were to bring it physically into a used bookstore. You can tell that they put a lot of thought into making this app so that it would be perfect for book selling and book buying. Also, like I said earlier, I was already using the app to buy books. Like I bought this special edition of a Jane Austen book because I'm a Jane Austen girly now. If you haven't seen my vlog where I read all of Jane Austen's books, you should go ahead and do that. It is really convenient to be talking about this now that I showed you the bookshelf because little do you know, the very bottom shelf of these two bookshelves, I am hiding all of the books that I am getting rid of. Like when I was moving, I had multiple books that I was trying to unhaul. So if you're interested in using pangobooks to either buy or sell, I will put all the information down below in the description. Also, if you're interested in buying any of the books that I have for sale, I have a huge collection that I've already listed on the app, and like you saw on that bottom shelf, there's a lot there to unpack and to buy. So if you're interested, I would love it if you help me get rid of some of these books. Anyway, back to the office makeover. I spent the last week and change cleaning the room so that we could finally post this video. Half the battle of doing a decor video is making sure that the room is put together, but I am grateful that I dedicated a lot of time for this video, because now I get to live in a much cleaner home office because I work from home and it's really important that it stays organized. But best of all, it's now ready for you guys to see. So let's go ahead and do the before and after clips.
There's a sparkle in your eyes. I feel the warmth of your skin. Just the touch of your hand makes me tremble within. Love the smell of your hair, lying here in my bed. Never gonna be alone.
But that pretty much brings us to the end of this home library and office makeover video. Also, please let me know if you'd be interested in an in-depth like bookshelf tour, or maybe even just like a whole room tour where I kind of go over everything in this room and how I use it, where it's from, etc, etc. I'd be really happy to do sort of a part 2 of this video. I definitely want to eventually do a bookshelf tour, so I'll probably do that maybe later this year. Maybe that'll be like a once a year thing that I do now that I actually own bookshelves. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I really did try, and I'm really happy to finally have a room that's dedicated to so many different hobbies and things, and just a good space for me to work in every day, because I do have to work from home and stay productive. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. You're all beautiful. Have a nice day.